Okay, so today's beachcombing. This is a little different. We just had a crystal ball, a couple weeks ago that came through, that tropical storm. We had water levels that were all the way to the dunes. And you can see here behind me, this is Bob Hall Pier. This is on North Padre Island. And the water actually came all the way up here into this ditch next to the road. Well, whenever the water comes up, it's got to go back out, right? So whatever it was the water was carrying, the water soaked into the sand, but it left all this debris here. So I'm going to show you all this debris because I thought it was interesting. We talk about microplastics all the time. What happens to all these large products that we have, and then they break down over time? What happens to that? Well, I'm here to show you. This is what happens to it. So this could have been a milk jug or something, and look, it even has a recycle number on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says number 2, and so that tells us what type of plastic it is. And there's all kinds of stuff here. One of the big things that we find all the time, are bottle caps. Find those all the time, and there's hundreds of them in here. Now another thing, and you've heard me talk about these before, but little plastic pellets called nurdles. So you can see here's what one of those nurdles look like. But as I look down here, there's so many of them. In an area this big, there's probably about 1,000. And so I'm about to do a survey here to figure that out. So I might be here for a while counting all those. But as you can see, there is just a lot of stuff here. So this is what happens to your plastic products. And if you like beachcombing, maybe you'd like to come look around in here. There's all kinds of interesting finds in here. I mean, most of it's plastic and debris and stuff, but maybe there'll be something interesting that you can do artwork. Folks that like to do artwork, I've seen people grab a lot of this stuff. Look, there's a purple one. There's a purple nurdle. People put this stuff in jars. Looks real cool. I mean, it's kind of sad, but a good educational tool, I'll say. Cool educational tool. Now look at this. Let's see what all we can find here. This is like a popsicle stick. All kinds of caps. One thing you have to be careful of, shotgun plug. There, that's pretty common. You got to be careful for like syringes and stuff like that. So I mean, don't just be coming out here digging through it, but you can wear gloves and stuff like that. I've never been poked, but I've gotten real close. I'd really like to do a project where I go around digging through here and see how many, like, say, popsicle sticks I can find, or maybe there's some other cool things. But there's just a lot of stuff out here. Look at this, somebody's toothbrush. I wonder if I could reuse that. You think? Nah, but I will pick it up, throw it away properly. Okay, so there's the beachcombing for today. Probably not as exciting as seeing natural stuff on the beach, but nevertheless, something interesting. And maybe hopefully gave you some ideas of doing some type of art projects or something. Or if you want to do a nurdle survey, go to nurdlepatrol.org. You can actually do a count right here. We prefer the counts be on the beach because it's more realistic about how many plastic pellets you're actually finding. But if you wanted to have fun or something, you could do one here. Okay, with that, we'll see you next week.